A special report from KXAN Austin News.
Good morning. Austin News today starts a little early on this Sunday with a special report from Dallas, the home of 5 NFL championships by the Cowboys, and an iconic arena with 4 decades of Texas history has just minutes left in its life. Good morning. I'm Jenny Hoff, here with you counting down to a bit of Texas history in the making. Texas Stadium about to be reduced to rubble. Glad to have you joining us live to take part of this moment. We're also live streaming this feed from the Metroplex on KXAN.com. Now, an Austin company has actually been helping Dallas prepare for today's big demolition. Crews from A&R Construction has been on the job for the last 8 months or so as the stadium has been stripped down to bare bones before the implosion. This past week, teams stayed busy weakening the base of the structure, so when the blasts go off, the whole building will come crumbling down.
You'll hear a sequence of loud bangs, and there'll be about a 9-second delay before you see the part of the building start to come down.
And of course, about a minute after it starts to come down, it will be down. The massive structure quickly reduced to a pile of rubble. Now, Cowboy fans from all over the place have swarmed into Dallas to be there in person when the stadium comes down. Parking lots opened at 2 a.m. Now, among the crowds is KXAN.com executive producer Karen Brooks. She joins us by phone. Karen, good morning. Okay, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties with that, so we will get that as soon as possible. We want to make sure you will be able to see this implosion live. And again, this is a piece of history in the making, and you can just see there's fireworks going off. I mean, imagine at 2 a.m. the parking lot's open. People have been there for hours wanting to see this because this stadium was home to so many historic events. And of course, nothing is more important to Texans than their sports. So seeing a building like this come down is a very monumental occasion. And Sean, I don't know, have you ever been to Texas Stadium?
Never been, but as a kid, I watched a lot of games. I grew up in Arlington, real close to that area, so I grew up. It was history. I was looking through the Wikipedia site on this. I don't know if it makes sense for folks, but Garth Brooks back in '94 had a huge concert.
Oh, really?
DVD. NBC carried it live, and it was filmed there, and that was when he was selling out, one after the
other.
But that was a big, big concert they have there. So if you've never watched the Cowboys, but you watch Garth Brooks, that was shot there, and many other concerts were there as well.
Right, because now the Cowboys have Jerry Stadium.
Yeah.
The new stadium, a little bit bigger. Got to do it a little bit bigger, but that's going to be an exciting moment over there when it does come down. Again, we're taking a live look here at the scene. Fireworks going off. People, it doesn't matter. There are swarms of people out there. They don't care if it's 7 a.m. They've been out there since 2 a.m. this morning because they want to see this building come down. In about 30 seconds, it's going to come down. And again, they have been preparing for this for months. It certainly isn't just an overnight deal. They have got all of the explosives in there ready to bring that building down. It's going to be a big moment there in Texas. 6 billion tons?
No, 16 million.
6 million tons
Let's
of
make
steel.
It, you know what? We'll say 6 billion. That sounds even better.
No, I'm going to say 6 trillion.
Yeah.
6 trillion.
It's just
no.
TV.
1 ton of dynamite is used in this. So it's definitely, look at all those people taking pictures. Yeah. It's definitely going to be a big moment for everyone out there today wanting to see this come down. You can hear the music there in the background. That'd be fun to be there.
It would. It would.
I know that we've got the MC, ESPN's Chris Berman is out there this morning as well. So, boy, it's almost, it's a piece of sports history.
And it was, because when the Cowboys first started out, I mean, they were, a no-name team. I mean, they were like other teams when they first started off. Nobody knows. It really didn't have anything to them. And then all of a sudden, they started doing better and better. And in the 70s, late 70s, they had Roger Staubach and so many other greats that came up and developed that team into the powerhouse that it is today. It has a lot of respect. That team has a lot of respect now because of what they did back then. But
what's interesting, an 11-year-old boy gets to push the button. Talk about a moment in his life he'll never forget.
If I was him, I'd hold back on it. Just say, no, not now, now.
Yeah, just trick the people
just
a little bit. Yeah.
Make sure he knows.
I don't know if you at 11 you got the guts to do something like that then. Oh, look at those. Those are beautiful, the fireworks going off there right now. So definitely an exciting moment. They're a little bit behind. It was scheduled for 7:02, so maybe the boy's doing exactly what you suggested, Sean.
I don't know.
He's not a trigger finger there, that's for sure.
Well, I figured they probably had the fireworks set, and it's obvious they're not going to do this until they do the fireworks, so maybe they have to go through the scheduled course of fireworks first. But it's kind of sad in a way. I mean, I watched so many games with my dad on this, and you'd see him play there, and it was a pride thing.
Right.
Texas had the Oilers, Houston Oilers now gone, and then Tennessee Titans, I believe, and they do have a Houston team again. But I mean, this is kind of history for a lot of folks that are my age that remember seeing this, and
right.
Your team came up that way. Yeah, sounds like they're the big finale on the fireworks here.
As you mentioned, it's more than just football that's been played there. Big concerts, Billy Graham Crusade. They've got everything that's gone on there.
That was actually their first big event was the Billy Graham Crusade.
Really?
And there was a talk about the roof. Why it had the hole in it. From what I understand, they ran out of money, and then they couldn't put a roof on it, and they just left it that way. And I think it was one of the Cowboys that actually coined the phrase "that was so God could look down on his own team."
Oh, of course.
That's where it kind of, and then it kind of became a thing where everybody appreciated it and they liked it for what it was. That the character kind of got accepted by everybody.
Yeah, there was a hole in the roof, and it was there for a reason.
Yeah.
All right, and that's what you're looking at right now. Take a good look. It's not going to be around for much longer. Seconds. It should have been gone 2 minutes ago. So it's not going to be around much longer. Maybe God really is looking down on that Texas stadium, preventing this. Who knows?
It's going to take a little while. They said, I was listening to some of the stats, and it's got quite a few explosions to go through. You hear rapid fire sequences, and then it'll start to come down.
At least the weather's holding up for them there, that's for sure.
It is. It's certainly an amazing sight to see such a large structure come down. We've seen others come down before. You've seen the video of them, but you hate it when it's one of your own.
Right, absolutely. But it's a big moment. They've got another stadium there, so they're not lacking for space to watch sports and concerts.
He's looking. That's, of course, the young man that's going to push the button. And
11 years old.
That little yellow box there is the button. I guess when he turns around, then we'll have it for sure.
I wonder how he got chosen for this.
They wrote as I understand it, Kraft picked up sponsorship for it, and they had, an essay contest, and he won it. And he was given the ability to push that button.
Inside the VIP tent.
All right,
he's going to be one of the button pushers. Former Irving Mayor Robert Power presses a button that has to be held down for 1 minute. Then this 11-year-old boy, Casey Rogers, will press the final button that will bring the stadium down. You're about to witness a moment of history in the city of Irving. The fireworks shows has been complete. That was a 4-minute show. Now we're in the all-clear time, and in just a moment those buttons will be pushed that will bring the stadium down. You can see the times are just a little bit off. Things took a little bit longer. And there we have the final burst. In just a moment, Texas Stadium will come down. Let's watch.